Hey everyone, Ryan Young, Kama Jiu-jitsu. Hope you're doing well. So a couple of weeks ago, an article came up on BJJEE, Eastern Europe. Kind of caught my eye. Rickson Gracie's alpha teaching style. Why does he embarrass students? And one of my Facebook friends went and posted it up, and it was the source of a lot of debate. And because Rickson, I don't know, I guess it depends how you look at it. I never thought of it that way. Not because I'm a black belt, because I was training with Rickson from when I was a blue belt, got my purple belt from him. I never thought of it as him embarrassing me or anyone else. But I guess when I look at it from people's perspective, then I guess maybe it is getting embarrassed. But I don't look at it this way. There's no good and bad in a particular methodology of teaching to a certain extent. It's really how you interpret it. Because one person might say, I have a hard time learning from somebody because he doesn't speak English. I'm not talking about Rickson, I'm just talking about in general. Another person might say, I have a hard time learning because he's always yelling. Or it could be anything. I have a hard time learning from someone because he stinks. I don't know. And what you need to do is you need to kind of try to filter out all the unnecessary parts and just distill it down to what you're trying to learn. One of the things that's actually kind of funny, if you watch a video of Rickson Gracie, a lot of people can't understand him, right? But yet I learned really well under Rickson. I guess once you understand what his terms are, if you're around him long enough, you'll be able to get it and it won't be an issue. On the other hand, somebody who just cannot seem to get his language and his idioms and things that he says, you'll never be able to learn from him, and you'll kind of complain about his teaching style. So one thing that Rickson does is that he will pull somebody out of a group of people, out of a seminar. What he's doing is, I tell you that he's not looking to embarrass somebody. What he's looking to do, he's trying to test the vibe of the room. So I'll give you an example, because I've done this as well on my end when I'm teaching. Teaching in an area or in a class that's not my own students. I know what my students know, and I know what they don't know. But when I go into another place, I don't know what they know and what they don't know. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll think of an idea. What am I going to teach? Yeah, actually, you'll see a video of it. There's videos of me doing this, a really old video in Hawaii. I want to say it happened around maybe 2012 or so. And I've done this at several schools. What I do is I'll just pull a blue belt and I'll have him put me in his guard and I'll just tell him to choke me. I won't resist it or anything. I just have him put the regular cross collar choke and just choke me. If he chokes me and he gets it, I tap, good job. This guy knows how to choke. So I'll do is I'll pull somebody else, I'll pull another blue belt out and I'll have him do it as well. If he can choke me and make me tap without, with just me just not really resisting, then I know that they've got chokes down. And what I'll do is I'll then transition to something else. So then what I'll do is let's go to a KAATARO or a headlock on the ground. I'll put a headlock on a blue belt and I'll see if they can get out. Let's say he can't get out. Then I'll pull another one for verification. I'll try it, headlock, he doesn't get out. So then I know that we might have a problem here, and this is where I might be able to add value to that school. I'll then pull a third person, typically a purple belt, and I'll pull him and I'll see if he can get out. If he can get out, I'll ask the class, I'll say, we might have an issue with regard to headlock escapes. Is this something that you might be interested to learn? If they say yes, then I'll go and teach it. If they say no, then I'll look for something else. But what I'm doing is I'm just trying to kind of probe and I'm trying to see what the level of the group is in a basic concept. With Rickson, he's done this so many years. He knows where most people are deficient. But sometimes he wants a test. So he'll have a seminar room, let's say 100 people in it, and he'll pull out a mid to high belt. So maybe a high purple with stripes on it, maybe he's looking, or a brown, or sometimes a low black. And he'll pull them out, come my friend, and he typically what he'll do is he'll play in your guard, and he'll just say, okay, how are you gonna defend? And he starts throwing punches to your face. Not hard punches, but what he's doing is he's testing what your reaction is. And by pulling somebody out at the high belt, he's trying to show, look, here's a person who has earned rank in his family arc, Gracie Jiu-jitsu, and yet they can't really they don't know how to defend a punch. So it's not so much of a ridiculing type thing. He's not trying to scold them. He's trying to say, look, here you are, you're good at the grappling stuff, but the self-defense part, you're not that developed. So let me show you how to do it. He'll then proceed to teach you how to do it. And the reason why he chooses a high belt and not a low belt is because the expectation is a low belt doesn't know stuff. But the expectation is a high belt should know this stuff. And if the high belt doesn't know it, then everybody else in that room, from that high belt level down, knows that, okay, if the black belt doesn't know it, I really need to know this myself. Now, I wouldn't say it's the poor unfortunate one that gets pulled out, because I'd happily go out and get pulled out, because I'd like to know where I'm deficient. And if I'm the one that's getting pulled out and I'm the one that's getting pointed out, then it's okay, my deficiency is going to get fixed. If somebody else gets pulled out, what if their deficiency is not mine? But that guy's now going to get the benefit of getting his particular issue fixed. I'd like my issue fixed, but I'm not getting chosen by Rickson, so therefore mine is not going to get fixed. I'm going to have to kind of make do. So that is the benefit to being pulled out. Now, if you have a big old ego and you like to make sure that you let your students know how good you are, and then Rickson finds a gap in what you do and what you don't know, and then you're embarrassed by it, then I guess you could say that Rickson has an alpha male style and he's just trying to embarrass you, right? I don't take it that way, because we're supposed to have fun with this. But at the same time, if you want to learn from the best, you're just going to have to suck it up. And you're paying your money to learn from this guy, and if he pulls you out, so be it. Think of it in a positive way. Don't think of it negatively. And because what's going to happen is if you think negatively of it, you think, man, he just embarrassed me, the whole lesson will be lost on you. You won't get the benefit of that lesson because you're too busy trying to repair your broken ego. So do yourself a favor, and we say humble yourself. Let yourself be taught. Don't get all butthurt when whoever is running a seminar, whether it be Rickson or Halson or Hoyler, and they bring you out and you're the one that is the guinea pig. It's all by design, because if it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. Look at it in the way that you're getting taught, right? I don't look at the delivery of the message. I look at the message itself. If Dave or Rickson or whatever were to tell me that what I just did looks like shit, then it's like, okay, yep, show me what I need to do. You need to do this instead. So in that case, if I'm given the solution, then that's what we call constructive criticism, because I was given the solution. I may not like the delivery of it, but what the heck, at the end of the day, I got the solution, and going forward, I'm not going to make that mistake again. If you think of it that way, you'll progress a lot better, you'll be a lot happier, and your jiu-jitsu will be a lot more slick. On the other hand, if you're so into your feelings about getting butt hurt and stuff, then you're not going to progress as quickly as you can. If I know that when I teach you, and I'm not meaning to demean you when I teach you, but if I realize later on that you felt demeaned while I was teaching you, I'm not going to want to teach you, because I'll be afraid of offending you. And then how good is that? Then it's not good for either one of us. Then you end up going somewhere else, when in fact maybe the best place for you to be was at my school. But because I insulted you one time in the way I said something, you take that as a way of me being a dick. So just know that more often than not, the instructor doesn't mean to come across that way. If they do, just ask yourself, did he give me the solution? And if he didn't give you the solution, then yeah, he's probably a dick. But if he said it in a way that you took it wrong, but then gave you the solution, then give him the benefit of the doubt. Same thing with texting, right? How many times did you shoot a text over to somebody and the person who texted back to you said, what do you mean by that? I don't know, the sky is blue, that's what I meant. Well, no, it's not the way you said it, it's the way it came across. The tone came out bad. Then it's like, okay, I'm trying to tell you the sky is blue, but now you're getting upset because of the tone in which it came across. I just meant the sky is blue, but you meant to say that, you're stupid. Why couldn't you understand the sky is blue? Does that make sense? So when you're learning from somebody like a Rickson or any other, high-level black belt, just take what they give you, take it in, and then from there move on. If you feel that you were you were abused in the way it was presented, just make sure you don't pass that technique on, the technique of getting the message across to your students or whoever you teach going forward. Create your own style that comes across as less abrasive and less insulting. Anyway, I hope that helped to clear things up for you so that you can take your learning up to another level. Because really, at the end of the day, that's really all I do this channel for. I'm trying to help you make yourself better and ignore the external things that don't matter and only worry about the core things that do matter. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for hitting our links below. KAATARO Belts, the Patreon channel, and the Teespring if you want your Combat Jiu-Jitsu t-shirts. Take care now. Happy training. Bye-bye now.